Get those heavy metal thrashies up in the air for one of the big four, right? One of the big thrash bands of all time, Anthrax. And believe it or not, you're going to want to spank my bare ass cheeks with a willow switch right out of Grandma's backyard. But I never really listened to a whole lot of Fistful of Metal. The first album, I got in on Spreading the Disease with Joey Belladonna and stuff. That's where I stayed. I liked it. Today we're doing Howling Furies from the Fistful of Metal album, the first release from Anthrax. I've heard a few tracks from it. I've never heard Howling Furies. I did read something that said Ross the Boss was the one that mixed and mastered these, recorded, mixed and mastered these songs. I don't know if it was the full album, but I know Howling Furies was one that was done. Ross the Boss is from Man of War, but we're going to learn about Anthrax. Of course, this song is going to be with, I believe, Neil Turbin singing. So this is that not quite the Anthrax that we know, but the early fruition of it. Let's learn about Anthrax, and then we're going to get into the song Howling Furies from the Fistful of Metal album. Sound good? Let's do it. Anthrax, they have 1.3 million monthly listeners to the Spotify account. That's 1,303,257 monthly listeners to their Spotify account. Top 5 jams. They're all big bangers, right? We know all these songs. It's a madhouse. Go, 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 wingo, 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 wingo. That's in the number 1 slot with 41 million plays. You got the time tick, tick, ticking in my head. That's got 23 million plays. I'm surprised that these are the songs that are making the top 5. Bring the Noise. That's got 20 million plays. Indians. Cry for the Indians. 18 million plays. And Caught in the Mosh. 24 million plays for Anthrax. Now let's look into them albums and see what this band has released in their illustrious career. And there's been a lot of it, right? Fistful of Metal, that comes out in 1984, and then Spreading the Disease, Joey Belladonna comes in, and you've got Medusa, and you got all Madhouse and all that, 1985. Then there was a deluxe edition of that. I saw them on this tour, Among the Living, 1987. By Among the Living, I was a huge fan of the band, and then I saw them again in 1988 on State of Euphoria. I saw them again on the Clash of the Titans tour with Persistence of Time. That came out in 1990. Then, by the time the John Bush years came in, I had moved on. 1993's Sound of White Noise. You got Live, The Island Years, Stomp 442, Volume B, We've Come for You All, 2003, Caught in the Mosh, a BBC Live. Worship Music, this is when Joey comes back to the band, yes, 2011. Anthems, 2013. For All Kings, pretty good record for the most part. And then they put out a deluxe edition of that, 2017. You got Kings Among Scotland. Joey Belladonna did the artwork, or not Joey Belladonna, but Charlie Benante did the artwork for that. It's kind of a retwist of the Kiss Rock and Roll Over art. State of the Euphoria 30th Anniversary Tour. So there are the albums for Anthrax. Now we're going to look into related artists. This better have the big 3 on it, right? Along with My Heroes, Overkill, and Exodus. They should all be on this list. So let's get into this. I'm sure glad that they called before I started that song. You've got Testament. You got Overkill, Exodus, Death Angel, all the stuff, right? Annihilator, Creator, fantastic German thrash band, Sacred Reich, Destruction, Sodom, Nuclear Assault, whom I also love deeply, Venom, Slayer. So there are all the related artists for Anthrax, and that's pretty solid batch. Now we're going to get into the bio, and there is an image of the new Anthrax, but I'm going to try and find an image of the old Anthrax. With Neil Turbin. If that does not happen, well, then you've got an image of the band, and they're taking a selfie with the crowd behind them, and they're saying, "Shane, we are thrashers. Look at us, and we're old too." Nearly as much as my goddamn son of a bitch, nearly as much as Metallica or Megadeth, Anthrax were responsible for the emergence of speed and thrash metal, combining the speed and fury of hardcore punk with the prominent guitar and vocal of heavy metal. They helped create a new subgenre of heavy metal on their early albums. Originally, guitarist Scott Ian and Dan Spitz were a formidable pair, spitting out lightning-fast riffs and solos that never seemed to that never seemed masturbatory. Unlike Metallica or Megadeth, they had the goods sense to temper their often serious music with healthy doses of humor and realism. After the first album, Fistful of Metal, singer Joey Belladonna and bassist Frank Bello joined the lineup. There you go. There you have that. And they do have a silly side to them, don't they? They have a wacky, fun, and silly side. It is that time. We are going to go down to the Fistful of Metal album. And we're going to listen to, what's this, I'm 18? Was there a version of Alice Cooper on this early album? Howling Furies, that's what we're getting into right now. So let me show you the magic nipple titty. Would you like to see that? Would you like to see my breast nipples? Well, you're going to see this one. This is the magic tool, takes us into the world of Howling Furies by Anthrax. Listen to that for the first time. Sound good? You want a taste? Here it comes. Howling Furies. Mixed and mastered, maybe not mastered, but Ross the Boss from Man O' War. Here we go. Definitely has more of kind of a just straightforward kind of 80s metal sound to it. I don't even think Charlie Benante's in this, right? Yeah, I don't know if this is Neil Turbin or not. Get in the comments and tell me. Dark and tunnel. Scotty Ian playing any of the solos? Yeah, it's just like straightforward heavy metal. You know, you're just copying and all your inspirations. It's just Dan Lilker, Scott Ian, Neil Turbin. Howling Furies want to come out and play. Almost everything's bad in it. This is the last track on the album, so this is the tying it in a nice little bow. Yeah, if you're showing this to Zazula over there at Megaforce Records, it's not super exciting, right? Big finale. Yeah, because they completely retool the band after this, right? Bring it in, Harry. Anthrax, keep rocking for the fade. Ross the Boss back there going, oh yeah, baby. How do we end this song? Double bass, fast, and we'll pull it out. Yeah, that is so weird to listen to that because it just doesn't sound like anything that you ever knew. The Moth, Death Angel, just came on. But what say you? I'd love the uber ultra fans of that first Anthrax album to tell me exactly what you think. I don't really have an opinion on it. Like I said, I came in on Spreading the Disease, and I love Joey Belladonna, and so I kind of just stuck it out. You know, I liked that era of Anthrax, and then the John Bush stuff just didn't really have anything to do with. But what say you? Most important part of my videos, as always, is I love to get in there and get the conversation started about Anthrax, about the album Fistful of Metal, and this song, Howling Furies. I would love to get all the information I can possibly get about it. Good, great, fantastic. Shane, I am a huge fan of this album. Did you own a pre-pressed copy, like the first edition copies of this in the New York area, right? All-time favorite songs off this album. Did you ever get a chance to see that version of Anthrax live before Joey Belladonna and Charlie and Dan Lilker left and all of that stuff? And of course, I think I was reading that John Connolly, the lead singer guitarist for Nuclear Assault, was actually their sound guy or their guitar roadie or something like that. And then, of course, Dan Lilker and John Connolly would start up Nuclear Assault, which I absolutely loved and got to see them live once. Or you could say, not good, not great. Yeah, Shane, I'm with you. I got in on the Joey Belladonna stuff and never looked back. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to my heavy metal roots and where things come from, so it's good to get a little taste of that now. But compared to all those other fantastic songs out there, it was not my cup of tea. I'm going to give it a hard pass and go back to listening to the Anthrax that I know and love. All of that, my fine friends, can be put in the comments below. I get down there, I read your thoughts and opinions on the stuff that we do here because I think that you guys got a good level head and can tell interesting fun nuggets and stories and give me treats on this era of Anthrax. So do that if you can, if you will, pretty please and thank you. If you have a hard rock heavy metal special request, you want to see it on the channel, you can always do it a few ways. You can click one of them links in the description below. You could join the Patreon, or you can put it in the comments. If you put it in the comments and I see your request and I like it, I'm going to hit it with a heart and I'll tell you. I'm going to do it for you, okay? So look forward at some point in the upcoming future. That's all I got for this. Swinging in and loving you guys so much. Anthrax. Anthrax.